Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. I think I found it now. What I've been looking for. Isn't it beautiful? It's got my head all up in the clouds. I think I found it now. Everything I want might be a miracle. No, I'm never coming down. I don't gotta worry about a single thing. I can feel the light coming down on me. Sunshine on my face. I got sunshine on my face. I don't gotta care in the world right now. Higher than the ceiling, breaking through the clouds. Sunshine on my face. I got sunshine on my face. Yeah. I got sunshine. I got sunshine. I got sunshine. I gotta let you know, it's so incredible. I'm finally letting go. Up, up and away, yeah we go. I found my flow right on time, and now I know what it feels like to shine like gold. Up, up and away, yeah we go. I don't gotta worry about a single thing. I can feel the light coming down on me. Sunshine on my face. I got sunshine on my face. I don't gotta care in the world right now. Higher than the ceiling, breaking through the clouds. Sunshine on my face. I got sunshine on my face. Yeah. I got sunshine. I got sunshine. I got sunshine. I gotta let you know, I got sunshine. I got sunshine. I got sunshine. I got sunshine.
Hi, hello, and welcome to my knitting podcast. Thank you so much for checking out my channel, and I'm so very happy you're here and found me. If you're new here, then I welcome you, and I hope you enjoy this episode. And returning viewers, of course, ever so much a big thank you to you all for returning to my channel. So my name is Jolanda, and I'm here from the Netherlands, and we have a nice and bright and sunny day, which is very much appreciated after the long winter. So I hope you're all doing well. I think this looks a bit weird. So, okay. So I hope you're all doing well, and this video finds you well. I have a finished object. I have works in progress, dream knitting, and yeah, let's just go into it right away. What I'm wearing is a finished object. It's the Wild Roses from Knitting for Breakfast, and I knitted it in Holst Garn, the maroon colorway, and it is the tights variation, which has wool and silk, and it is beautiful. It's super light. I just weighed it this morning. It was 245 grams, which is so light for a complete pullover. And yes, I just took some footage and a video, so hopefully you have seen it by now. And yeah, I really like it, and I'm very happy with it. And I think the whole scarn is really something I like to knit more of. And I will talk about it in my section of dream knitting. So I hope I can remember everything, because last Saturday was my birthday and we passed another year, and that is a good thing. And also it feels a bit heavy when you're getting older. So I turned 57, and yes, I had something fun. I wanted to start on my birthday, something that is not knitting, but definitely craft related. And I would like to start with that right now. So I have a little bit of video footage for you here. So this is a stitching project, and it was a little kit. And I thought this would be wonderful for my birthday to try. So this, I did cross stitch in the past, but I never tried this. And I must say I really enjoy it. I still have a lot of embroidery floss. So I'm thinking about doing some more of this. And this is just a small project I can put on my dresser here in the back, maybe next to Grandpa Gnome. And yeah, I thought just a few wildflowers. So there are different stitches. There, I don't know the names right now, but I definitely have to fill this one up. And this is the French knot, and that takes a long time. And it was very fiddly in the beginning, but it gets easier with practice. So yeah, definitely not perfect, but I think the whole vibe is lovely, and I like these little nature-inspired things. So I will keep it in this frame. I will put it a little more in center. After I finish stitching everything, I will put it in cold water, and then the blue will disappear. That is just water solvable, uh, whatever they used. And so then after I dried it, I'll put it back in this frame. I will neatly fold everything over, and I will hang it somewhere or put it on the stand. So this was my birthday stitching project I started, because I did not really want to start a sweater. I don't usually do this on my birthday, but sometimes I like to do something different. And I think last year I put out my knitting machine and tried to tackle a sweater, which is still not finished because there were some issues. So something new and something shiny that always makes us happy and motivated to work on whatever we're working on. So there are no more finished objects, and there's a reason for it. There always is. I have to try a lot of try on things so I can see how they fit. And I told you last time I was cold and it got worse, so it had something to do with the iron levels in my blood. It was totally off. So I was cold, tired, sleepy. I had muscle cramps. I had all the symptoms you can imagine, and I'm still fighting to get that all stabilized. I probably look white and gray and whatever, but I thought I will spend much energy together with you and to bring some joy, hopefully, in a world that is not always so joyful. So a little bit of distraction, and I really enjoy watching knitting podcasts myself. I recently got a shout out from my friend over in the US, and she is the channel Soulful Spinning, Lisa. So thank you so very much, Lisa. It was very heartwarming, emotional for me to hear you talk about me. And I will link her down below. So if you look for podcasters that are doing the same as I do, are not crazy big, and will enjoy watching you, enjoy you spending time with us, it will be very much appreciated. So through her, I found a few more podcasts I start following. Never heard of them, never seen them before, but I really connect with them. So yeah, I will definitely try to put the links down below if I find any of them, and maybe you can suggest some podcasts you like. We all know the big ones, but sometimes the smaller ones are closer to our hearts. And yeah, if you feel the connection, then you're at the right place. What a lot of rambling. All right, so a lot of words just to express I did not finish anything because I have not tried it on, and I did not want to continue and then frog again, because that happens often with me. So maybe I'll just start with what is closest to me, and that is the Flower Power, which most of you liked, and thank you for your kind comments. I did try this on because it was easy. I just could put it over my sweater because it is a cardigan and it was not that far. I put it on a bigger needle and I made some progress. I thought it would be nice to get some more nature inspired knits on the go because I really like that. I tried to express this last time. I always struggle with my words, but yeah, that's the nature inspired knits that really speak to me, the flowers and the trees and leaves and things like that. So yeah, and I fell for the same rabbit hole again, so I will talk about that later. So this is the flower power from Anna Johanna, which is We Once Knitted. And yes, I really like the texture because I use the mohair, silk mohair for the flowers. Gives it a textured and fluffy look. So a little more before the yoke is finished, and then we'll go on to the easy knitting. The, um, the color behind the yoke will gradually go into the gray. And then I'm pretty sure the ribbing is again white and gray. And this will be steeked. And also the button bands in front will also be the same look as this color is. And I really, really like that. It looks really, really nice. Not too overly distracting from the whole. So yes, I was winding up by hand the last skein. So these are only 25 gram skeins and very soft and sticky yarn. So I just like to do it by hand. I try to wind some with my beautiful wooden yarn winder I got from my mom years ago. And the next morning I thought, oh, my back hurts so badly. What happened? Something is wrong. And I could not put my finger on it. But it was definitely the yarn winder. I had to do this motion. I was not used to it. Oh, in my back. It's like, oh, my son laughed when I told him that. And I said, you know what, it will be just there standing to be beautiful and a beautiful reminder of my mom, but I cannot use it. So I either wind by hand or the electrical ball winder, but it is kind of dying on me. It has had its best years, and I used it a lot, but it makes weird noises and it doesn't have the power to make the swift turn. So yes. My first work in progress, and I have been working on it because I really love it, but it's going slow, and that's exactly what I wanted and I explained to you last time. This will be a project of joy and not a project of haste. And I have a lot of haste in me. I want to do everything quickly, and that is not calming at all. So the next project is pullover number 2 from QQ Yarn Over. I talked about her the last 2 podcasts. If you don't know what it's about, it's a designer who would like to expand her horizon, get more followers so she can support herself and her little child. She is a single mother. She has kindly gifted me 2 coupon codes to give to you. So if you are interested in supporting her or following her, which is of course free, supporting her will give you a 50% off of her first pattern and a 30% off of her second pattern. So all the codes will be down below and a link to her channel. That coupon code is valid till the end of 2026, so I can still mention it for you just in case you missed it. And I chose to knit one of the simpler ones because that is usually what you do if you're not feeling so well and your brain space is limited. You go to the simple ones. And I was a bit concerned about the amount of yarn I still had. I think I will be all right, but I thought it would be the smart thing to do to start knitting on the sleeves and see how far I get. So the body is about the length that is what I have on yarn and what I would like. So there's probably need a little bit of ribbing. So this yarn is running low, so it's just hanging there for now. And I put both sleeves on one circular needle. Usually I use the small circular needles, but like I said last time, it is kind of hard on the hands. I can't knit on a small circular needle for that long. Maybe that's a sign I just should not knit that long. But this time I thought, okay, I'm also struggling with the yarn consumption, so I will put them on one needle, so I knit them at the same time. And I will just go round and round, and when I come to the next sleeve, I will change the yarn and then knit in the round. So I did a little bit on both sleeves like this, and this goes quickly. So now I can see how much yarn I use, and when I'm about to run out, it's not there yet because I have, let me see, this is a tangly mess, of course. I still have one ball of this for every sleeve. Both sleeves has one ball, and I have another ball for both sleeves. So two balls for every sleeve, and I think I will get a long way. These are I'm doing the decreases, so they are not particularly wide sleeves. And yes, I'm not sure. I think there is a little bit of puff on the sleeve, but I can choose not to do so if I don't have enough yarn. So of course this shows like nothing right now because it is a weird mess, but I made a lot of progress. So you can actually see because of the light here, the raglan details, which have the cables, the body, and on the back there are the sleeves holding on together. A very nice and mindless knit at the moment. I put in markers where I do the decreases, and then it's just counting how far you are and do another decrease. Enjoyable for sure. The pullover number 2 from QQ Yarn Over, knitted out of drop snores and some mohair fluff that is a mix of acrylic, alpaca and mohair. It's really nice and soft, so that is very nice and I love working on it. So this is one of the projects I have not tried on and needs to be tried on. And this is the Old Town sweater by MJ of the Hook. She is a crochet designer. She has a website and a YouTube channel. I'll also link her down below. Her patterns are all step by step to follow on YouTube. And if you have her size, that's usually the M she puts on, you can totally follow everything on screen, and you don't even have to buy her pattern if you incline so. So yeah, I think the body needs a little bit more length. So I think actually I need to unravel a little bit of the sleeves. They look like they are too long. So that's good news. I unravel some, put on the scallops, but I really want to try them on because the oversize of the sweater will also add length to the arm, and that's usually where I make a mistake. I just knit the underarm length as I need, which is a lot longer than the pattern calls for. But the last time with Inge's Knitting Lab, she is going deep into all the whys, and she said, yeah, the oversize of the sweater you have to um, I don't know the word right now. You have to count, distract? No, not distract. Okay, so your sweater has to be, your sleeve has to be shorter the amount of ease your sweater has. So it makes sense. So this turned out really well, just as I wanted, because I did try it on. So a long story again, I want to try this on and make sure that the sweater length is good because, yeah, it will also save me a little bit of yarn. So everything that is left I can use for the neckline, which I will check what I will do. Definitely want to do something because it is It's not too wide, but I have my shoulder, one shoulder is very more, I mean, my back is crooked. So one shoulder, my sweater always slides up one shoulder. So if I have something that is too wide, that will definitely annoy me. So I want to do something. Either I pick up some stitches and do a small I-cord, or one or two knit rows and make it a rolled edge. I'm not sure yet, but I can try out and do whatever looks nice. So yes, I am on the last little bit of yarn, which is this. It's not much, but I will add whatever I have left to the length of the sweater because it looks very cropped right now. But I already knew that because I had a limited amount of yarn, and crochet definitely eats up a lot of yarn. But I thought, well, this is the granny stitch. It also produces holes, so maybe I can get away with 3 skeins of 150 grams. But it is very tight, and yeah, but a lesson learned. But this is nice, and it took up a lot of the yarn that was in my stash. And definitely 150 grams skeins are using up a lot of room in your cabinets. So that was the Old Town sweater by MJ Off the Hook. And I sometimes buy a pattern if it is on sale. I try to avoid and use what I have because I have a lot. Um, but yeah, it sometimes happens. All right, one more nature inspired beautiful flower. Um, you have seen this a few times. It's the Enjoy Flowers by Knitting for Breakfast, beautiful and will be very oversized for me. Sweater pullover, and a sleeve is growing along very nicely. I should also try this on because the sleeve length is getting longer, and this sweater is very oversized. As I just explained, that will add to the length of the sleeve. So yes, we had beautiful warm weather, like 17 degrees. They say the weather will change again to colder, so I can smuggle up in this. And since I already feel really cold, this will definitely be very useful and warm at the moment. So I have to power on this sleeve and the other one. So I would like to try it on and see how far I need to go. I just put in markers every 10 rows. I like to do 10 rows every day, and then it will slowly grow, and it will be finished in no time. Yep, the sew down ribbing, I really like that. Maybe I should do the sleeves the same. No, I don't think so, because this needs to be cinched in, I think. Otherwise, white sleeves I really like, but I'm not sure if it is practical on a sweater that is very warm. Maybe I would like it to be a little more fitted around the sleeve. So not sure about that. But I would like to try it on and see how far I am and how far I need to go. That is always a good thing to know for the mind, right? All right, I think we are at the last part, and that is dream knitting. And I have been scrolling Instagram, and I saw a pattern was coming from Eleanor Mortensen. I knitted one of her patterns, and it was too tight, and I assume it was my own error. I'm pretty sure it was. So when I saw this new pattern, I was so in love, because talking about nature inspired, this has dragonflies and flowers. What else do you want? It's beautiful. So I saw some reposts of her, of people knitting and testing her pattern, and some of them, oh, I just love them. I'll try to put them on screen while I'll talk about it. So as I am really, really, really trying hard not to buy anything, I was thinking about what kind of yarn can I use. And I have some Holst yarn in the super soft. And I think I would like to try and make it work with that. So most of the testers used very bright and vivid colors, and I want to be going for the muted ones. So I just went to my yarn room and got my Holst colors I have. So I have a swatch quantity of this color and that color, and a very dark green. But that was not what I wanted to go for. I wanted to go for the very muted and soft colors. So I'm not sure. I need a color for the flowers, I need a color for the leaves, I need a color for the dragonflies, but I was thinking the dragonflies are very delicate. I would like to use a mohair for the dragonflies so they become fluffy again. Just a thought at this point. I am using this color for an UFO, but I might have one spare. So that might be something I can pair with this. I also have several shades of green. So I have both these. So I'm thinking of this one. This is the most muted one. So maybe the flowers in this color and the leaves in these. But I also have a pretty yellow. So the flowers in yellow and then there's leaves in these. And then white, but I don't have white, but I can show you like this for the dragonfly. And then maybe the background in this one. Or the background in this one. But I can also choose to do the flower in this purple on this background or on this background. So I have not decided yet. I also like this actually. There's also a beetle you can put in. I mean, I hope I showed you here, but there is flowers with just flowers. Like, let's say there are sunflowers. They're not, but and then there are the dragonflies, and then there are charts of more flowers, but also of a beetle. And that's so fun. And some have them, her original pattern have them around here, but some people choose to put them at the bottom. So there are flowers and one beetle chart popping through. I just thought it was so much fun. And they, depending on the colors you choose, it looks either delicate or vibrant or, yeah, I just thought this would be such a fun pattern to try out and experiment with your own colors. And the original pattern has the color work just in one color. She used the background was a fade, and she describes in the pattern how she chose the colors. Some people do the background in the fade and the color work in different colors. I don't. I think I will try to do the background in a single color, but I mean, no, this does not go well together. I still have a few balls of this left, even though I didn't have much, but you can imagine 240 grams is almost nothing for a whole sweater pullover. So I will play with the colors and see what I can come up with. I want to use what I have again. I hope I can make it work. What's in my head I can reproduce and make it a beautiful sweater. I'm looking forward to it. But I want to do, as I said, many podcasters say the same. I want to finish something first, and before I start something new, because the new and shiny is very tempting at the moment. And yeah, but I know, as I did with the flower power sweater, if I put a little bit of time in preparing and looking for the right color combination and let it simmer for a while, let it marinate in my brain and let me get excited, then I am also very motivated to finish what I am still working on. And that will be a good thing, because too many things on the needles is kind of um, in my, it is always in my mind somehow, and it's always tempting me and telling me, you need to finish me, you know, I'm still here, I'm still waiting for you. So that's not something I really want to do too much just ignore whatever I have still going. It will just pile up. And yeah, I'm not a monogamous knitter for sure. I really like to change things up, but sometimes it get a bit overwhelming. So, but I really enjoy planning my Holst super soft basket and see if I can come up with a color scheme that will work for the sweater I am planning. And I am also very much enjoying looking at this beautiful basket with colors. So this is it for here for me today, and another week has passed. Crazy. I will just keep on slowly working on everything I am working on. There is nothing that is bothering me right now. I enjoy all of them, so that is good. And I hope you are doing well. Please let me know if you found me through another channel or how you, excuse me, how you found me, because there are still new subscribers following me, which is it's really amazing, and it warms my heart. I can never express how much that means to me that you decided to follow me along on the journey of knitting, crochet, and this time a little bit of stitching. I would like to know what kind of crafts you enjoy and where you're from. If you're new here, please introduce yourself. I think many people would like to know where we're all from. We're from all over the world. I know that, and that's the amazing thing of the social media these days. We can meet people we otherwise would never meet. So that means a lot to me. I hope you're enjoying this new week. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. And please stay safe and calm. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.